That's non-stop murder, murder, murder. That's non-stop murder, murder, murder. It's non-stop murder in the B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcalito, about to handle this. The B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcalito, about to handle this. The B, the O.
Sailor, we're back, and that song, I'm telling you right now, that song gets me fucking hyped, dude. The more I hear it, the more I like it.
It's all about Boyle Heights, baby. All about Boyle Heights, baby.
Man. Making me want to transfer and shit. Put a transfer in, bro. Like, yo, I'm leaving fucking Harrison, New Jersey. I'm going to Boyle Heights, though.
Nah, right now, that neat. Remember that? I don't know if you heard that story about out here that there was a big frozen warehouse that burnt down and all the meat's rotten. Boyle Heights kind of smells a little funky right now, so I don't know if you really want to move back in there, bro. Yeah.
What's going on, Sailor? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing amazing, man. I'm doing a little soul searching as of late. You know, it's August. It's freaking hot out here, so everything is kind of like a sauna.
You're doing better than Martha from Martha and the Vandellas after she sang that fucking she sang the what do you call the Star Spangled Banner at the opening of the Women's League August 1st. I felt so bad, dude, because she got heat wave, and I'm like, damn. Dude.
Is that what happened to her? It was a heat.
No. She sang the song Heat Wave, you know, back in the day on fucking Motown.
Right.
It's just she had a vibrato on her vocals or something, bro. Her voice.
I thought she was like, it was like a political statement or something. I was like,
3 years old, dog. She probably lost, you know, the pipes.
Yeah, I thought that was like on purpose or something, dude. I was like, nobody can sing that bad.
Nah, I don't think she's making a statement at this time.
Oh, all right. She was just too old. All right, go.
Yeah, dude.
I did see the clips of that, but I was like, I kind of felt sorry for her.
I was like, man, you gave Roseanne a fucking run for her money, dog.
Yeah, but see, Roseanne did that as a joke. Roseanne did it on purpose. Yeah. This chick, I was like, is she doing it on purpose or is she just that bad?
Nah, she tried to blame it on. She's like, oh, there was no fucking stage monitors. I can't hear the wind. I'm like, come on, Martha. It's not the wind, girl. It's not the stage monitors.
That was pretty bad, man. That was pretty bad, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man. What's going on, brother, man?
Just been doing my shows, man. Been doing shows. I got a call this last Friday. We did a fundraiser for this dude that helps feed less fortunate people here in the Southern California area, Luis Garcia. It was a fun show at the...
that dude? A comedian dude, Luis Garcia?
No. It's a different dude. He's just like...
okay.
No, it's just some dude that did a fundraiser. My buddy called me. He's all like, yo, man, I got a spot open. You want to do it? I love that feeling after the show where people come up to me like, man, you were hilarious. You're hilarious. So I did that. Did a couple open mics last week where I've been practicing new stuff. And I'm kind of glad where my homies are telling me like, hey, bro, that's a bunch of new material you just did. Like, and everything's working. So yeah. I've been a little bit on cloud 9 because of that. But I got to like humble myself, put the reins back. Don't get a little cocky, you know? Like, you know.
We got a lot of Motown stuff going on. Cloud 9, Motown, the Vandella. What's going on here, bro? We got a little Motown.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been listening to a lot of old school music. Like this new crap sucks. I think everybody's even talking about it. How like for the first time in like 40 years, there's not a hip hop song on the top 40.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's listening to it no more.
But I think
listen to old shit.
Well, not just that though, but I think because people are waking up that today's rap kind of does suck, and I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that, and not just that though, but there's a lot of people coming out with these theories that the CIA psyops. That they've been pushing crap rap that talks about killing, drug selling.
I don't know if it's a theory, dude. I think a bunch of people dropped the dime back in the day. And like, yo, they brought them all into a little meeting. Dr. Dre, Snoop, all those fucking people. And like, yo, we need to fill up these prisons. You know, start talking about this, and this. And I think they got paid.
And again, but I also remember like when I joined the military in like the I'd say mid 2000s to like the early 10s. There was a lot of like, they call it trap rap, which was all about selling dope. Yeah. And I told my homies like, dude, when I was younger, like you know, like Slick Rick talked about a children's story. He actually told a story about like how the life about, you know, crime, and even Biggie and Tupac to a lesser extent. Like Brenda's Got a Baby. It was a real a good view into the life of young girls getting pregnant. Biggie talking about the 10 crack commandments, you know, about like look, this is the shit you have to do and you gotta be careful. But like now, like later on, it was all about like, I'm a dope boy, I sell dope, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna shoot my ops. And I'm like telling all my black friends like, yo, this music kind of sucks, man. Like all they're talking about is glorifying drugs and this. I'm an alchemist. I see patterns, and my friends are like, oh, you're just a hater. You just don't know about the black community. I'm like, no, I'm a big fan of the black community. I'm a fan of all the communities.
You know
But
what sucks and what doesn't suck.
Right, and I'm not even gonna lie. Even with in Mexico, they outlawed a lot of corridos. Like in Spanish music, they have corridos, which is basically
Super Steve was talking about that stuff.
okay, which is basically Mexican cartel songs where they glorify the cartel life. And I'm like, why are they glorifying the cartel life? Like it's about killing and murdering your fellow man. And again,
horribly from what I hear in those documentaries.
Right, oh, big time. So that's why I was
allegedly.
No.
Allegedly.
I've seen some of that shit, man. I don't know if you just saw. There was this influencer down in Mexico shooting like a skit. Some dude just rolled up on him on a bike and just shot him.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, dude, like, what the hell's going on, man?
Bro, just in my wife's country in Peru, bro, there was a fucking a lawyer chick, bro, eating dinner, bro, outside, and they just fucking rolled up behind her, blow, right in the back of the head, dude.
And again,
broad daylight.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's the thing that I kind of look at the Muslims and I look at the cartel. The cartel's doing it for money. Which I'm like, all right, I get it, but how much money is enough money to like do that to your fellow man? That's the thing that I never understood that. Not just that, but kidnapping and torturing, maiming, burning.
You gotta go through some shit, probably. Like I mean, some shit to wake up to that day and go, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill this fucking.
But no, but the thing is, they don't wake up like that. They just think about it in like a split second. Like I gotta kill this guy. Like it just baffles me. And same thing with like the hip hop. Back to the hip hop story.
Yeah.
The hip hop stuff. I was like, dude, these fools ain't giving a good message. Like I remember positive hip hop. I remember intellectual hip hop of the late 80s, early 90s. And then I think I'm not gonna get mad, but I think NWA kind of did mess it up.
That's when it started with the government shit. They pulled them in, bro.
Right. But okay, but you still have to open your eyes. Like same thing with wrestling. And like I said, that story about 3 ninjas where my dad's like, 3 little kids cannot beat up 50 grown men. Yeah. And my dad attacked us, and he just literally karate chopped me and my brother. He's all, see, that's fake. Same thing with wrestling. Same thing with wrestling. When I would give my brother in moves. My dad would tell, look, wrestling is fake. You can't be doing this shit to your brother. I think the problem, I'm not trying to be like Mr. Political here, but a problem in the community, the black community, and I'll say the Mexican community, was the music that parents weren't around and tell them, you know, that's fake. These people don't live that lifestyle. They're not going around killing, selling drugs. They're just glorifying it to make money because stupid, small-minded people like you guys are buying it.
How many people thought fucking NWA was like really living that life, bro?
Well, I think Easy was, but the thing is, when they came out with "Fuck the Police," it wasn't like an anti. It was like they wanted to put a mirror to like what the cops were doing in the black community, and to a lesser extent the Hispanic community. Cops were dicks. I'm not gonna lie. The message was good. They had to do it that way to get people's attention. When the Rodney King video came out, that's when NWA was like, "Yo, we told you. You guys tried to silence us."
Were people walking around Compton with AK-47s and shit like that?
Bro, it was a war zone back here in the late 80s, early 90s. It was a freaking war zone, man. It was like every weekend was a drive-by. Like even in my neighborhood, man. And before cell phones, it was crazy that your neighborhood knew, like, yo, man, they just went and shot up that other neighborhood last week. They're gonna retaliate this weekend, so stay down. We already knew, dude. Like, it wasn't even like social media. Like, we just knew, like, hey, they blasted the other day. Stay down this weekend. Be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. It was just weird how we all automatically knew, man.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, the street talks, you know, like
they bought a fucking tank, bro. They brought a tank into the fucking LAPD's arsenal, man, and they were breaking down trap houses, like drug houses.
Yo.
But again,
they didn't do that shit over here, dude.
But see, again, it's because out here, and that's the one thing that I like. The Italian mob, I like the way, and them and the Yakuza, They pretend there is no such thing as organized crime. They're like, what are you talking about?
To this day,
Right. Out here, I don't know, it's more of a Wild West where they not only do they tattoo their faces, shave their heads, why would you like bring a light, shine a light on your misdeeds, you know? But I don't know what it is about here that like, yeah, I'm a drug dealer, I'm a gangbanger.
That's the one thing I didn't understand about a lot of like MS-13s and a lot of them, bro. Like, yo, they just like it's all over. It's like
right, but
like,
it's more.
It's all in the artwork.
But it's more of a brash thing. Like yes, I am. What are you gonna do about it? It's more of a like fuck you to the man. I'm not conforming. It's almost like a ballsier
So
move.
it's like some 1%er kind of shit.
Kinda like so. But again, if I was gonna be in crime or do something illegal, I kind of do the yakuza or mafia thing where I would like try to dress as inconspicuous as possible. Not draw any attention.
Yeah,
myself.
the Yakuza, they don't tattoo past their wrist or up their neck. Like, they just keep that shit, like, covered.
Right, and the rules they have, the organizational skills they have, like, I don't know, I just prefer it. Out here, it wasn't like that, man. It was motherfuckers were just, like, looking like thugs in the corner, and they would even, like, taunt the police. I remember, they would flip off the police. One time, they threw a 40 at a cop car just driving by our neighborhood. The cops came back, and then they pretend like, whoa, what do we do? What do we do? You just threw a 40 at a cop, you moron. What do you think was gonna happen?
That never made any sense, bro. When they did that to cops or whatever, like, yo, why you fucking like, dude?
Well, the thing is, they try to do it so they can look tougher in front of their homies, so they could be like, look how much street cred I have. I'm like, you threw a 40 at a cop, and then nobody took credit. You fucking pussies. Like,
bro. Speaking of cops, dog, I just saw a fucking video, bro. It made me want to smash them.
What happened? What did you see now?
4 fucking New Mexico sheriffs, bro, found a fucking baby fucking rabbit, and they fucking smashed it against their fucking squad car.
Why?
All 4 of them got fired, bro.
That's some psycho type shit.
Like,
That's
why? Like, why the fuck you tell a little baby fucking bunny rabbit? Oh, look at, and the dude smashed it on the side of the car, and they're all sitting there laughing. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
That's like sociopath tendencies. Like they always say, serial killers start off with little animals at first, man.
Nah. And these are sheriffs in New Mexico, bro.
Damn. Different states, bro. Different states. Like, that's why I love traveling this country, man. People need to get out there and travel. That's what I always say. I don't believe in white privilege because I've traveled this country, man. Yeah, and like, I'll tell any black person, come with me to these fucking small rural towns. Tell me you would trade places with this person. And they'd be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't.
I drove from Jersey to Cali, from Cali back to Jersey, bro, and it was a fucking trip, dude.
I did it from LA to Florida, from Florida to Chicago, back to LA. And I'm telling you, and in my times in the military, I've met like white boys from Kentucky that would tell me like I didn't have a belt till I was 18, man. I was like, what? Like these guys would tell me. Shit. I swear to God, brother, there were these guys that would tell me stories about their uncles being their stepbrothers. I was like, what? It's like,
well, think about it, bro. There's more white people on welfare in this country than any other nationality.
Right. But the lie that we've been getting told that, oh, white privilege, the reason you can't make it is because of what. My dad told me, like, look, don't ever blame another person's culture or race just because you're a piece of shit. Like, it's on you. This country's awesome. If you don't make it, there's nobody else to blame but yourself. And I don't know what it is nowadays that this, oh, my life sucks because of white privilege. Fuck you. Your life sucks because of you. It's all up to you. I don't like that narrative. And it's a fucking a bunch of lies and a bunch of crap getting told by these kids. It's a partition.
You're in shit because you choose to be in shit.
It's the whole participation trophy of life. Like, oh, we all get to be winners, and it's not fair that there's one. No. There's one winner, everybody else is a loser. It's your job to fucking try to be a winner, man. That's why I don't believe in that whole white privilege shit.
Not everybody's gonna be a Rothschild, but you know, you could at least be fucking 10 degrees below them, you know, or something.
And I'm glad I wasn't a Rothschild. I did. The reason
you inbred like a motherfucker. Dude.
Well, I'm not inbred, but I'm just saying, like,
well, Rothschilds are inbred, dude.
I know. But the fact that I grew up poor and
allegedly Rothschilds, allegedly.
No, I'm pretty sure they keep it in the blood, bro, so they don't lose their money. A lot of those cultures from the Middle East, I've read that they like to like marry within, so that their money stays with them.
You go to like Pakistan or some shit like that, bro.
Not even Pakistan, bro. The French.
But there's a lot of inbreeding in Pakistan where it's like fucking, dude. A lot of them kids are retarded over there.
But a lot of the kings and from Spain, France, England, Germany, they kind of.
You see the England motherfucking pictures, bro. Like some of the people have like long chins.
And those are all defects from inbreeding. Yeah, so like that's why that they like, and I even read this article on bulldogs that bulldogs are becoming more and more retarded because in order to keep their bloodline pure, they have to like inbreed them. So they're becoming more and more retarded as they
That
keep trying to.
sucks.
It does, it does. But and again, but it's also God telling us we should not just be mixing with each other. We should be mixing with other people.
We're supposed to be mixing with different fucking races, different colors,
Right,
you know, different fucking,
right.
you know, like the different humans. You know, not the
100%.
same fucking. I don't think we were all supposed to be like the white dude with the white chick, the black dude with the black chick. I don't think
Right.
it's supposed to be like that, dude.
And again, but that's what I noticed about the bulldogs and the monarchy in England, or the whole fucking king thing where the kings and queens try to like match each other up with their cousins. I'm like, what? I don't think that's supposed to be that way. But greed,
Yeah,
again, it's
seriously.
another version of greed, like trying to keep the money in the family.
It's fucking stupid. Yo, did you hear about that what is her name? Hayden, I can't even pronounce that last name. bro.
R.I.P. man, that first short girl with a booty, I remember, man. Ah,
Bro,
man.
I fell in love with her since Heroes, bro.
I
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
I can't believe she was dating that dude Klitschko, man. The size difference alone, I was like, damn.
Age difference alone, dog. The
But, like,
age. She was in her fucking 20s and he was like almost like 50.
Yeah, no, he wasn't that old. He wasn't that old.
Bro, the Russian dude she had a kid with, dude, there was like fucking almost almost 30, like
The boxer?
like 20, like almost like 20 something years apart.
Yeah, but R.I.P.
He had a
Hank
daughter
Panettiere.
with- yeah.
I saw a couple videos because every time somebody dies now, a bunch of videos come out and they're not there to defend them. But I guess she went on a podcast where she said that somebody.
Oh, dude.
Did you see the interview?
It was her like liaison friend from Hollywood or some shit. Brought her on a fucking yacht out in the middle of fucking Carajo land in fucking the Pacific or whatever.
By the for the Cannes Film Festival, I think.
Yeah, and there was like a famous fucking
Musician.
British artist or whatever. Yeah, whatever. And
Well, they were saying they just mentioned his name, that it was freaking James. I think James Blunt.
yeah,
Yeah, that they drugged him and they drugged her and she put him on the bed like so they could take advantage of her or something. And then 3 days later, she's dead.
and fucking they also said they did it to oh god, what's her name, bro? Lindsay Lohan and somebody else was on that yacht before her. Like they also brought her and somebody else on the yacht too.
Now, okay, now is this the connection? Like, because for the longest time, there's been this thing called a honeypot. I don't know. The CIA did it. It's a scheme where they get a person of power or a person they could use, get them on film hooking up with somebody, and use that to blackmail them.
I think this dude Blunt is in a certain elite group, like an elite
and she was
circle. She was just a honey, bro.
36 years old, a heart attack at 36 years old. That's what they're saying that it was.
They said she OD'd on something, bro.
I heard it was a heart attack.
I don't think she OD'd on shit.
And again, that's the thing that's crazy nowadays. Like, you don't know what to believe because, like, even our podcast, people are gonna be like, "Oh, look at these kooks talking about like stuff they don't know about."
Exactly.
And it's crazy the world we're living in. We're like you can't believe anything you hear on social media, the news.
Dude, I was thinking about that today, bro. I'm just fucking doom scrolling. I'm like, dude, everything's either you're here or you're here. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Left, right, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this shit?
There's a movie. I don't know. Did you ever see that movie with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts? Fuck. Well, it was about
What, Pretty Woman?
No. Mel Gibson.
Oh, why no?
Mel Gibson. He Jesus Christ. It was about a lot of like cover-ups and what do they call like when far-fetched stories where somebody writes about far-fetched stories that people are like, oh, this guy's a hoot, this guy's a crackpot.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie. I think the name of the movie is Conspiracy Theory. But like this guy has a newsletter where he just writes about conspiracy theories about like a bunch of weird shit that he writes about.
Yeah.
But then the CIA tries to go after him because one of the conspiracy theories turns out to be true, and they're trying to make him look like a psycho, but then like other people are like, come on, man, like all the stuff you write about, Elvis is still alive, this and that. They're like, you sound like a nut job. But then when one of them does hit, they're like, we got to get rid of this guy because
well, you know, the government tried to go after Gene Roddenberry, bro, when he was doing Star Trek, and they were like, where'd you get the idea for the fucking, you know, the intercom thing? Like, where'd you get the idea for the radio? He's like, oh, I just made it up. You're like, well, sure, nobody told you because we have ideas and we're in process of making like the cell phones and this and that, and it's like, yo, what the fuck?
But again, I mean, even back in the days when we used to watch the Jetsons, I think it took place in 2026, right?
Something like that, yeah.
We thought we were gonna be there already, living up in space.
Maybe California will have those kind of high rises, dude.
But even I talk to my older people, like at my bar or even my pops, will tell me like, you know, by 2020, by the year 2000, we thought we were gonna have flying cars already.
Look at Back to the Future. When they went into the future, that was 1985.
Right.
And they thought there was flying cars and shit and all that.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like so as me, and again, there's a lot of people that are kind of like alchemists that see patterns, see things, and it's funny to say that. Like, who's to say like the Dick Tracy watch? That's fucking the iWatch now.
Yeah.
Or the iPhone. But Dick Tracy had that watch where you could talk to somebody on your fucking watch, and people that was back in what, the 60s, maybe the 50s.
Yeah, they came. Yeah, I think Dick Tracy was created in the 60s.
The Ninja Turtles had those fucking turtle cons where they could like see somebody's face on their fucking phone.
I remember my boy was telling me, bro, he went to Puerto Rico and he was telling me in like the 90s, he was like, bro, in Puerto Rico, man, they had like these like fucking phones in the street where you could like see people's faces on the payphones. I'm like,
right,
get the fuck out of here, and look at it now.
No, but I still remember in the 80s there was like weird technology that I'm like, you had to be a certain elite to have some of those, like a millionaire. Like even a car phone back in the days was still like a foreign idea to be like, oh man, who has a phone in his car?
Fax machine back in the 80s was like some fucking upper class shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. If you're like someone, say that I'm a guy that's creating something or thinking of an idea, like. I mean, I've had ideas. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about this at the bar the other day of how like I look like a psychopath. When I was in high school, I used to drink Pop-Off vodka. Remember Pop-Off vodka? The cheapest vodka you could buy, $8.99 for a freaking a big old gallon of that shit that they used to sell at Save-Ons. I would go to high school parties. The girls wouldn't drink any. So what I started doing, I figured, oh, if I make it taste good, maybe they'll drink it. So I started pulling apple Jolly Ranchers into the vodka.
Oh.
So it'll taste like apple. And the girls were like, oh, this is a lot better. I told my buddies, this was back in 96, 97. I was like, yo, flavored vodka. I think it'd be a good idea. My friend's like, oh, you're a fucking moron. That's the stupidest idea.
They would
okay, but what's a multi-million...
They would do that in the goth clubs in the late 90s.
Okay, but I was like maybe 16, 17 with that idea. And I got shamed and looked down upon for thinking of that.
Bro, I had an idea in the 90s of nicotine water, bro. People looked at it like I was nuts.
Again. But that's a good idea. But see, like you just said, Gene Roddenberry, where did you get that idea? I was like, it's just common sense. Like, girls don't like liquor. I like to get girls drunk. Why not make liquor that tastes good? Exactly. Now, that's a fucking multi-million-dollar idea. So that's what I'm saying, though. I've been reading about the alchemists and people that think a little bit different in patterns and like, see shit weirdly. They just think of stuff like, okay, if that's the problem, why not make this a solution? And people look at you like, you're a weirdo, bro. You're a weirdo.
So you think the guy also too, besides this Hayden chick, there was a fucking guy who was in England, I think, or something like that, and he had a fake master's degree or some shit and was teaching college, and they found out about it, and then a couple days later he's gone.
Okay, no, but I already killed himself.
Well, that's what they're saying. You know, that's what they're saying. You know, like I don't know what to believe.
I mean, it's pretty embarrassing if you get caught by forging your freaking like credentials. But also, who checked?
It's not worth to fucking act yourself out, though.
No, but also, I'm more pissed at the people that hired him without checking his credentials. Like, you're supposed to do a background check, bro.
Yeah. Where's that in college now, bro?
Yeah, like I'm like, especially at what was it? It was at that famous college in England, right? Cambridge.
I think so.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're Cambridge. You can't make a couple calls like, yo, was this a student of yours?
Oh, he probably came in during the time of you know, Zim Zim Bebop, you know, whatever they want to go their pronouns, you know. He probably came in during that time, you know.
But again, this is what they're talking about, the whole DEI hiring process. Did they not check his background because he was black? They're like, well, he's black with dreads. Let's not judge this guy. Like, you know, it would be racist of me to check his background.
Now, I want to know this though. Was he doing the job correctly though? That's what I want to know. Was he doing the job correctly? How the hell did they find out?
Well, because it's almost like that, what's that movie, Catch Me If You Can? Remember when Leo...
that was a great movie. Great.
Right, but Leo goes to Atlanta, and they asked him, how did you pass the bar? And he said, like, I studied. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I just studied, like, law, and like I took the test, and I passed it. He's like... And again, he did it on his own merit. People were, like, surprised that he actually passed the bar.
Yeah.
Without ever going to law school, which was kind of like interesting, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're right.
Some people got it, some people don't. You know, it's just you're born with fucking knowledge, dude. Some people,
and it's common sense too, man. Because I remember in our high school, the valedictorian was this one Filipino dude that never tried, but he was pretty smart. But the one chick that got the valedictorian was this try-hard nerd. And that dude, they asked him, like, dude, you're way smarter than this chick. And he was like, yeah, but she tries. I don't really care. He never tried, but was just but you could tell in math, English, it was just not, like, easy for him. But it was the other girl who was like, when you talked to her, was like, this chick is a fucking moron. But she did all of her work, and she did extra credit, did all the other stuff. Sometimes the smartest people
jumping through the fucking hoops like a fucking, you know, trained monkey and shit.
Right, and that's what I'm saying though. Valedictorian doesn't always mean the smartest. It just means the hardest worker. Because the smartest, like sometimes they don't even care. And then this brings me to my other point. I keep talking about this in my comedy that we keep assuming people are smart, and people are fucking morons. I keep saying the majority of people are morons. I know, and I'll throw myself there. Included, I'm included, but I just saw this story online, which just kind of made me laugh. That a couple years ago, the McDonald's came out with the quarter pounder, 1/4.
Love the quarter pounder.
1/4.
They say that's the only real meat in McDonald's is the quarter pounder.
A&W root beer was like losing money to McDonald's because of the quarter pounder deal. So A&W root beer came back with the not the quarter pounder, but a third pound hamburger.
Yeah.
But because people they were charging less, and it was more meat than the quarter pounder, but McDonald's kept outselling them, and they started asking people, well, if there's more meat in our A&W burger, why are people still going after the quarter pounder? People were too stupid to realize that 1/3 was more than 1/4. And seriously, I'm not fucking around, dude. I'm not making this up.
Oh shit!
This is why people are stupid. They were like, "Wait a minute, the A&W burger is bigger and it's cheaper, but yet because you guys think that there's more meat in the 1/3, or maybe the 1/4 and the 1/3, you guys are going after that one." And they're like,
fucking retards.
Again, bro, this is why I keep telling you, people are morons, bro.
That's like people don't know when you say, oh, it's a quarter past this or fucking 15 after that. You know, like,
bro, I've been seeing videos of people handing these little note cards with like 3 sentences. Can you read this? And people are not able to read, man. Have you seen these videos?
Yo, dude, they're pushing people out of high school, dude, without even fucking knowing how to read.
I honestly, there was people fucking protesting here in LA.
Did you put up a video of a black high school teacher fucking crying in class because these kids couldn't read?
A couple years ago, when the teachers union here in LA was protesting, I wanted to sue the teachers because I'm like, I got buddies that graduated and they're fucking morons, and it's all your fucking fault. I had one buddy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. One of my best friends. This guy was maybe 35. Yeah. Had a headache for the first time in his life. Had a headache. I went to CVS with him. He gets in line at the pharmacy, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna buy some aspirin. I got a headache. I gotta talk to the pharmacist." I'm like, "Aspirin's over the counter. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Fucking serious?
I'm not fucking around. And my buddy, I was like, look at him. I'm like, are you that stupid? Like, you honestly thought you had to buy like aspirin from a pharmacist? He's like, I've never bought medicine, bro. I never had a headache. Like, this is the first time I got a headache, so I'm assuming the pharmacist was the one that was gonna give it to me. He's like, no, dude, you got Advil, all this, bro. This fool's got his diploma, man.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude.
But it also shows the type of kids we were. That like even if I had a headache, I just drank some water. I never took medicine. Shows the grit that he had, but kind of like the stupidity that he had later on in life. But I love that guy. Shout out to my homeboy Georgie boy.
And you guys need more. There was that Mr. Escalante out there and fucking out there in LA, bro. I was watching that movie today hard, bro. I love that movie.
Common sense ain't so common out here, bro, and it's starting to spread everywhere, bro. Where common sense is not common anymore, dude. It's like feelings are over.
I always sat there
sense,
like I know we talked about it with fucking Mayweather and shit. And got all that money. I'm just like, how do you not want to learn how to read, dude? Serious, like.
I mean, it's because once you start making money, what's the point? And that's the thing with drug dealers. That the whole full circle back to the rap music.
Stories and books are amazing.
Right, but when you got money, and at the end of the day, I think ultimately what men want is pussy. And if you got money, pussy's a lot easier to get. Like Scarface said, if first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. When you skip all those steps, and you're like, look, all I gotta do is sell some drugs, get a nice car, and I'll get women. Why do I gotta learn how to read? Why do I gotta go to school? They're basically skipping the step and telling you, like, look, you don't have to do all that stuff. You could be a moron and still get pussy. That's basically what hip hop did, bro.
Yeah,
and the cartel music too.
I just don't get it, dude. Every Wednesday I hang out at my comic shop, dude, right? And I'm like, how the fuck? If I didn't know how to read, I would not be able to enjoy any of this shit in here.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. You figured out something. I'm not gonna lie. Like one of the things that I realized that the older I get, and I'm making the connection. How come they don't gangbang as much as they used to here in LA? Is because of Netflix and a bunch of streaming service. Gangbangers got shit to do now. They got like stories to watch. No, seriously, bro, seriously. Okay, all right. I had a friend in high school who he was a Filipino guy too. Like there was a couple Filipinos in my high school, and they were always a little bit smarter than most of the Mexicans. Because the Mexicans would listen to like the dumbest hip hop there was, which was like West Side Connection, like Tupac, like easy rap that's easy to remember, like dumb rap. My Asian friend, he would listen to a lot of like smarter rap from the East Coast, like Nas, Wu-Tang, like a lot of these rappers that were more intellectual that made you think. And he would tell me like, dude, don't listen to that crappy rap, listen to this. And it kind of made me like smarten up with hip hop and reading and it helped me out a lot. But when I would play some of that stuff for my other friends who were like kind of dumb Mexicans, I could see them struggling to pay attention to the hip hop. They're like, I don't get it, bro. What does he mean by this? They couldn't get the nuances.
So there was no KRS-One or anything in their lives.
If they heard it, they didn't understand it, and that's the thing about reading. It was the same look.
But you guys got fucking what's his name out there, bro? Fucking Razkaz, dude. He's a fucking phenomenal rapper.
Right, but the morons, they don't listen to those guys. They listen to the easy stuff.
Yeah.
Like Easy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Eazy-E had some nursery rhymes. Like if you listen to Eazy-E, like some of the rhyme wasn't really smart. There was even a couple another rapper out here, Lil Rob, that has that line, I live out by the Pacific to be specific. And I'm like, that is the stupidest fucking rhyme I've ever heard. But a lot of people like that, dude. I was like, it's not really good rapping. But again, it's the same look I would see my Mexican friends, my Mexican gangbanger friends, have on their face when they were in English class and they were told to read. They were like, oh man, I don't understand the boat went to the... When you played that hip-hop, they were like, look like... I don't get it. Their comprehension levels were not that quick, man.
Yeah.
And I think most younger kids nowadays, it's the same thing. Like, where if you repeat stupid lines, stupid one words, 6'9", 6'9", or what, 6'7", whatever, like glizzy, like it's just like the dumbing of America,
I can't call a fucking hot dog a glizzy, dog.
I want to slap the
hot dog. It's a hot dog.
I want to slap the shit out of a kid that says glizzy. Any adult that says glizzy. There's adult people that are saying glizzy.
Oh, what is this thing now that they're saying is rizzing or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that like what the?
Like it's like looking nice in front of it's all these words, man. It's like you guys are dumb. You guys are dumb. I'm still saying groovy and hip cat, bro. I'm so old, bro. I don't even care anymore.
I mean, I still call women bitches, dude.
I call them broads or dames. I go old school.
Oh man, wow. You know what, man? Let's get into the sports talk, man. Hold on, man. We'll get the video up here, man. Let's get into this get into the good stuff, man.
Oh man, I got some WNBA stuff, bro.
What the? Come on, it's move. They move. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. I'm losing it today, brother. I'm losing it today, man. There we go.
Hold your breath. The moment's now. Oh my God, it's sports. It's sports time. Sit back, grab the popcorn, enjoy the ride. Oh my God, it's sports. One more time. Sit back, grab the popcorn, enjoy the
And here we are on our favorite segment, Sports Time. Yeah, every time you watch that, do you ever get the ink to go back in the ring and do that again?
I get it all the time, brother. The only reason I don't is because my lower back pain, man. My sciatica will not let me do it, man.
Jesus Christ is costing you your heavyweight title, my friend.
Yeah, man. I feel like Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, man. I just can't do it no more, man.
Did you hear a famous Yankee passed away, Tommy John?
That was a Dodger too. He was a Dodger as well.
Oh, come on! You gonna steal him like you stole the fucking Dodgers from us over here? Come on!
Hey, I'm just saying. He was a Dodger as well. Yeah, I did hear that, man. Dude played 26 years in the MLB, man.
Was he like 80, 83, 84, some shit like that?
Yeah, but 26 years in any professional sport is impressive.
You
dude.
don't hear that in baseball, dude.
No, because I think him and Nolan Ryan were like two of the, and especially as a pitcher. But he was the reason that there's a surgery now called the Tommy John surgery.
What is the Tommy John surgery?
I think when you overextend your muscles in your arm and your throwing arm and your shoulder especially, your shoulder gets tight. So they have to go in there, cut up a bunch of tendons to loosen it up, and you come back a little bit stronger than you did before.
Imagine that, bro. You get an operation done, and they're like, I'm going to name it after you. Like,
well,
what?
yeah, but honestly, back then, it was like a season-ending injury.
Like the Lou Gehrig's disease or some shit, you
No,
know?
but that was a disease. This was a surgery. That's different. A surgery.
They're naming shit after these people. Like, oh, you're the first for calling.
Well, because he's the first one that actually helped out, and like now, it's like a 1-year transition. We're like, yeah, you're gonna be out for a year, but you're gonna come back better than ever. But before, when he first got it, I think it was like, that's it, bro. Like you gotta call it a career.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but R.I.P. man, R.I.P. man, Tommy John, man.
R.I.P. dude.
And
shit.
Another story that I don't know. Have you heard this? That the league, the WNBA, got together to try to find out what a woman is, and they couldn't come to a conclusion.
I heard some shit like that because a couple homies from the NBA want to come up in there.
They did it to themselves, man. This whole woke thing, it was bound to happen. That's what they keep saying. The left, y'all keep saying like, well, if a woman, it's whatever they want to be. Okay, there's gonna be people that take advantage, and the homie Adam Carolla talks about this with the whole the service dog thing. Back in the early 90s, 1 or 2 people had a service dog from their doctor. People figured out like, oh, I'm a scumbag. I don't really need this dog, but if I could travel with them, I'm gonna go get. Now everybody has a service dog.
Yep.
Same thing with the whole the whole what a woman is. Hey, it's whatever she. Other scumbags are gonna figure it out. People are evil. They're not.
So basically, to me, I'm like thinking, so you have to have boobs and you have to take the fucking hormone shot in order to be considered a woman in the NBA? WNBA, I'm sorry.
I don't know what they're gonna fucking what their final verdict is.
They can't keep them out. They can't keep these dudes out.
Have you seen the French league? There's a dude playing in the French leagues right now.
Oh yeah, dude. He 20-something points a game, ripping everybody over there. And I'll respectfully say, she said that if the WNBA gave her a contract, she'll come right over. And
I want it to happen. It's part of what it's like. I don't know what it is about like.
No, you're
right.
I
mean, the leftist thing has always been like a women's logic, like female logic. It doesn't make sense. It's just feelings.
I wanted that. I wanted to happen just like you for the simple fact is I want men to rule every sport.
I just want them to be like. I want them to admit they're wrong. I want women and the leftists to admit like, all right, we were wrong.
Well, isn't that the coach? Isn't that the coach who's saying we need to find out who a woman is? She's the one that wrote down trans. She had the shirt on said trans kids, whatever, or trans people, something like that.
Yeah, and again, And there was, I don't know if you saw that other story where those two little girls took a poster saying thank you, Sophie Cunningham, for saving women's sports.
Oh yeah.
And the owner of, I think it was a Portland, I don't know if it was Portland or Seattle, kicked them out, and a bunch of grown men were yelling at them. Two little girls that were saying thank you for defending women's sports.
I think it was in Seattle because they're really big up on that over there.
And the owner, this ugly fat old lesbian, kicked them out and say that they were transphobic. Fuck that old lady, dude.
Bro, these people need to.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I was watching Starship Troopers the other day.
I love that show. Love that movie.
No, the movie.
Love that movie.
But there's a scene when they're in high school and they played like this football game, but it was co-ed.
Oh yeah. What's her name? Dez or whatever.
Yeah. But in my head, as a kid, I was like, yeah, probably in the future, like sports are probably gonna be co-ed like that, you know, like women are probably
slip, dip 3 or some shit like some play.
But again, but it was women and men playing that football game. It was like a version of football. But in my head, as a kid, I was like, you know, maybe in the future, men and women are gonna be playing sports together. Obviously, we're not there yet, but I don't know, just food for thought.
I don't care. You know what, man? I'll tell you this, bro. God, you're a chick. You want to try out for the NBA? Go ahead. You're a dude. You want to try out for the WNBA? Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
But at the same time,
go ahead.
Try
out for the Giants too. I don't care.
Right. And if you're good, I don't give a fuck, because out here, there was a high school in LA that had a female quarterback, and the girl was pretty good. She deserved that spot, though. I don't mind it. I think there's a little girl in the Little League World Series that's pitching. Yeah. She deserves to be there, and it's not.
I heard they got chick hockey players, bro, because they don't have a chick hockey team in certain high schools and shit.
Right, but they're there on their own merit. They're there and able to compete with the boys, which I'm like, yes, you're doing it factually. Like, I don't mind it if you do it like because you deserve it. But this whole shit, like, it doesn't work the opposite way, is all I'm saying.
You like I just said. So basically, the WNBA wants you to have they want you to have top surgery, and they want you to take hormones in order for you to be in their fucking little game.
Okay. Wait.
That's what it seems like to me.
No,
top surgery. They want you to get boobs.
No, no.
And they want you to take the shot.
Okay, but the reverse of that, that Brittany Griner had top surgery where she had her breast removed.
Did she really have them removed?
Yeah. Oh, there's pictures of her.
Because I seen her with her shirt off or whatever with no boobs, and I'm just like, but I look at it like this: Russia put her in a women's prison. She's a woman, dude, because Russia don't play that shit over there.
Right. But again, this whole debate, I think, again, it's a psyop to get us to argue with each other, to not notice the elites. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, 100%, dude. They want everybody. Dude, we're so against each other. It's just like, it's so sickening, dude.
And you people say, you think people are that stupid? I go back to my quarter pounder analogy. People are stupid.
You're either full-blown right or full-blown left now. There's no more middles.
Right, and that's what they want. They want you extremists. It's either you're NWO or you're not, dude.
Yeah.
And that's why I see the older you get, the more you see the patterns and why are they arguing?
Dude,
why are they arguing about this?
Rage Against the Machine said it, bro. Ignorance is bliss. And then he was like, knock the smile. No, I don't want you to knock the smile off my face. I want to be ignorant, dude. Just leave me alone.
Some people out there are happy that way, man. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people that are just happy being ignorant, living their own lives. It's the ones that are angry, radicalized, that are fighting over dumb shit that I'm like, what are you fighting for? Just
one of my boys was all like, oh, you gotta get into it. You gotta get into it with the politicals. You gotta go. I was like, dude, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, I never did. I gotta go to work. I'm gonna fucking die one day. I gotta feed my fucking family. I don't care.
And that's why, see, and again, this is not new. In the 60s, 70s, there was a bunch of these movements, and my dad was kind of a part of that. My dad, he was against Vietnam because he was CCR wrote that song about how the politicians aren't sending their kids; they're sending poor kids to war while their kids are going to private school. So that's why my dad was very. And I told him, well, what happened? Why did everybody stop being so political? He's like, everybody had to get jobs, and then after that, you're like, fuck that. I lean more Republican once I had to take care of my family.
Well, they did that movie. I'm gonna get you, sucker. We went to protest and they gave out applications and people got jobs.
I posted that. That was what my dad told me. He was like, once you had to get a job, it was like, yeah, fuck that. I kind of lean more Republican now. And a lot of people have been saying that. I think even who the hell was that female actress the other day that actually said that, when I'm young and I have no kids, yeah, I'm very liberal, but once you have kids, now you lean more towards the Republican side.
I mean, I've been a Democrat my whole life. This was the first time I ever voted Republican, and I still consider myself a Democrat. But I'm like, I just don't agree with a lot of shit they're doing.
And not just
I
that,
don't, and I'm not gonna fucking bow down like fucking Jean Leguizamo and say,
yeah,
I'm a DSA. No, I'm fucking just a regular Democrat. I'm not a Democrat socialist, bro.
I don't even. But see again, why is it that you have to be Democrat or Republican? We need to get more parties in there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like you said, bro. They two systems can keep you dumb.
But again,
keep you fighting.
But it's funny that it's like Crips and Bloods, man. It's like why
they're
are you guys,
red and blue. I love it.
Why? Yeah. Why do you guys hate each other again? Well, because they're from another hood. But why? Why do you hate it? It's a psyop to keep you separated.
Yeah. Why do we just fucking, all right, man, we got one party, bro, and it's the fucking betterment of the fucking human race. That's it. We don't need two.
I say
you're
we
doing
get
it better than us.
I say again, we need more factions. It can't just be NWO Red and Black. We need the Four Horsemen. We need freaking the Flock. We need DX. We need, you know, the Ministry of Darkness.
Let's get into it. You came up with this idea of Mount Rushmore of trios, and you had me fucked up today at work because I'm like, trios. Like,
well, I mean,
I did pick my Mount Rushmore, and I picked some, some stragglers who could have been in my Mount Rushmore.
Right, I was just thinking about. I've been watching a lot of podcasts and a lot of wrestling talk, and like sometimes it's just fun to like argue with your buddies about this. But
now, it's four for the Rushmore.
Four for the four teams that are trio. So four factions that were known as a three-man group.
You want to start off with your number 4 to number 1, or number 1 to number, or it doesn't matter?
I'll start from number 4 to number 1.
Okay.
And again, I know they didn't last long, but they did have the tag team titles.
Uh-huh.
They were a part of. Like, they look cool. I'm gonna go with Demolition. When they added freaking Crush. They added Crush. A lot of people remember they added Crush, and they had the Freebird rule for a bit, where I think any of the two could fight in a tag team match.
They were the first ones to come into WWE with the Freebird rule.
I think they might have been. They might have been, but this is where I'm gonna freak people out a little bit. But number 1 is gonna be Demolition. I thought they were cool because they all looked alike. They all came in together, and like they were just a cool team.
Yeah, it's good when you're rocking the same gear and you look like a unit.
Right, but they're very underrated. Nobody remembers them. I'm like that's why I know they got inducted in the Hall of Fame as a tag team, but I think Crush should have been in there. And not just that though. I've been trying to look at the Funkos, and they got them as a tag team, but I think they should have added the third member, dude, because they were there for a while and they were pretty cool.
I got Demolition in my honorable mentions.
All right. So who's your number 4?
My number 4 is The Shield. The Shield came in and they were just rocking and rolling, dude.
Not just that though, but each of them brought something to the table. They had the tag titles, the Intercontinental titles, the U.S. title. Finally, they started winning the world titles.
You had the crazy guy, Dean Ambrose. You had the guy who just stood there, the muscle, Roman Reigns, and you had the strategist, bro, fucking Seth Rollins, dude. It was like, yo, they had everything.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think they're probably the ones that did it, maybe the best. If not the best to the Freebirds, because the Freebirds, it's the same almost mentality that the Freebirds had. You had everybody was different, but everybody brought something to the table. And
they never shared a tag team title like
I believe they did.
They did the Freebird rule or no?
They didn't do the Freebird rule, but they did have the tag team titles. But I think they might have. I think they might have had it a couple times where like it was either Dean and Seth, or Seth and Roman had the titles on separate occasions.
Okay.
But they were still a good, solid trio, though. I'm not gonna lie, they were a good trio.
Oh yeah, dude, they rock and roll, bro. Who's your number 3?
All right, number 3, I have to go with the New Day. New Day fucking rocked it. I mean, New Day. I mean, come on, dude. They did 9 years.
They killed it, but it was just so. They too long, dude.
Right. Okay, but they also had the tag team titles until the Usos broke it. They broke the Demolition record. Yeah. They all brought something different to the table, and not just that though. When they were given that gimmick, they were kind of told like, it's gonna flop. It's not gonna last.
Yeah, remember they came out and they were like supposed to be like they came out like some
gospel.
preachers, like some gospel preacher shit.
Right. And I was like, oh, this is not gonna work. 10 years later, I'm like, fuck, these guys are way more popular. And then the culmination with Biggie winning the world title and then even Coffee winning the world title, I was like, damn, that group, like, they're getting their flowers, man. And you don't think about it, but they were there also in an era where wrestling kind of sucked, and they had a couple good matches, man. I think I saw a tag team Hell in a Cell match between them and the aforementioned The Shield.
Yeah.
It was one of the best tag team matches I ever seen. I was like, damn, I don't even remember this. And it was during the PG era.
They always do. They always, when they came out, though, they brought the excitement. With
100%.
Gimmicks and everything for the fans, dude. They always brought the excitement.
And then every time they would come out with something different, with the whole damn trumpet, the pancakes, the bootios, everything worked.
Bro, when they fucking announced the Hardy Boys in WrestleMania,
Oh, yeah.
I flipped, dude.
Even when they came out of that cereal box. Remember when they came out of that cereal box?
Yeah.
Like, everything they did was original. It was different. It was like the unicorns. They made unicorns cool.
Yeah.
A very underrated trio. That's me, though. Like, I'm saying, that was a very underrated trio, man.
No, it's another one that they're in my honorable mentions.
All right. Well, your turn?
The Wyatt family, dude.
Okay.
The OG.
Okay, so that was Bray.
Bray fucking, oh, God, fucking, God damn it, my fucking brain.
I'm brain farting here.
Bray Wyatt, fucking, oh, people are going to hate me for this.
The bald dude and the other dude that kind of looked like me. Brody Lee. Well, that was his name in Brody Lee in AEW. R.I.P. Brody Lee, by the way.
Here we go. I'm going to pull it up right now, bro.
Yeah.
I feel so fucking, oh, God, I feel so stupid. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan. Now, I'll give you that, but remember, how long was it before what's-his-name came in, the fourth member?
Oh, they were already on the main roster when they brought up Braun Strowman.
All right,
but when they were on NXT, they were just them three, dude, ripping.
They were. I'll give you that.
They had that gospel feel to like that backwater kind of fucking white trash, you know, kind of like, you know,
100%. They were fucking awesome. You're right. I'll give them honorable mention.
And they still was in the main roster for at least a year before they brought up Braun Strowman.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Though once they got Braun, they became like a 4-faction team. That was more of like a 4-faction team. That's why I think their longevity
Bray was like the mouthpiece.
Oh yeah,
when Braun came up.
Yeah, and again, but you're right. That faction was pretty awesome, and I'm not gonna lie. I remember, there was a ladder match between Harper and Moxley in WWE. Very underrated ladder match for the Intercontinental title. I recommend people go back and watch that. That's when I became a big Luke Harper fan. I was like, this guy's big, but this guy's agile.
Luke Harper was doing some shit, dude.
Right, for his size. But that match, super awesome. Very underrated ladder match, in my opinion.
Remember when they did the tag team? It was just him and Rowan? And they had the sledgehammer gimmick or some kind of hammer shit, dude.
The Bludgeoning Brothers or something like that. It didn't last, but
nice.
Well, it didn't last though. But like, I mean, they didn't really need to switch gimmicks up. They should have just stayed the Wyatt family. I don't know why they did that, but like,
That's fucking Vince, dude. He always likes to fucking resell toys and new fucking shirts and this and that.
But that team already had like a built-in audience. Like, I don't know why they would rather rebuild it. And then the gimmick wasn't even that cool. Like the Bludgeoning Brothers, like it almost sounded like 80s wrestling.
It was kind of like when they fucked with the Viking Raiders and shit when they came up. You know,
Vince
just like to tweak shit that don't need to be tweaked.
Right, but the Viking Raiders, it didn't matter what gimmick you get. They're both fucking really good wrestlers. Those dudes know how to wrestle very well, man.
So who you got?
All right.
In number 2.
Now, this is where people are going to get mad at me or be like, I don't remember that. Like, and I'm like, fuck you, go back and do your research. But the second incarnation of ECW's Triple Threat. Shane Douglas, Chris Candido, and Bam Bam Bigelow. Now, they didn't really imply the 3-bird rule, but they were one of the best 3-man factions of all time when 3-man factions weren't really that known. But the Triple Threat, the shirt was cool.
Candido?
Oh, yeah. And this was
Bam Bigelow?
and Shane Douglas.
And Shane Douglas?
Oh my! See, that's what I'm saying though. You don't remember that, but ECW, that was one of the best. They had the triple threat. They even had Tammy Lynn as their valet.
Okay.
But, and I'm not gonna lie, that was the second incarnation, which I think was the best at that era. The original incarnation was Shane Douglas, Dean Malenko, and Chris Benoit. That was the original triple threat.
Oh shit.
But the second one with Bam Bam, Shane, and Candido was fucking awesome. Very underrated.
I saw some shit where it was Bam Bam Bigelow, what's his name? Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, the Triads.
And Canyon.
Yeah, the New Jersey
It
Triads.
was, yeah, I'm like, yo,
Triads.
what? Where was this when I was watching wrestling?
It was towards the end of
I would have been on that wagon hard, bro.
Right. It was towards the end of WCW. They were pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty cool.
That's a Jersey group. I would have been on that hard.
It's because
like,
they try to change Bam Bam and Dallas Page's kind of gimmick more towards like Mafia, and they kind of started leaning towards a little bit of kind of like Soprano-ish type of dudes.
I mean, they're both from down South Jersey.
Right. I think all three of them are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
They're
all
all
of them are
down by Atlantic City, somewhere down
right.
there.
And I also think they did the Freebird rule as well, because they were the tag team champions for a while, and they did the Freebird rule, I believe.
Jeez,
You're right.
I saw some of that when I was doing my research, and I was like, I never knew that,
Yeah.
bro. That's a cool ass fucking thing.
Yeah, I remember them. They're pretty good too, man. But like, it was just by then WCW was in shambles. It was like
little
a
too
joke.
late for that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But anyways, wow, that was my third team, right?
Yes.
Oh,
My third team is the fabulous Freebirds.
Yeah, you
Gotta
can't go
put
wrong
them
with the
in
original.
Freebirds, dude. You know what I mean, when they would, like, I love watching that WCCW documentary, bro. With the Von Erichs and shit, because the Freebirds came in and they just tore shit up. Fucking Terry Bam Bam Gordy, bro. I feel so bad he could not make it in the WWE, bro. Because
Executioner, bro. Yeah.
they said his brain was fucked up already, bro. Like,
And
when
his
he
body
came in.
too. Yeah.
So sad, man. But yo, the Freebirds, man, they invented that shit.
They were the original dudes to come out with theme music. They were the original dudes who come out with. I think they even had an album called Bad Street USA.
Yo, Michael PSA sang this song during the Hall of Fame, bro, for like about 30, 40 minutes, dude.
They had the ultimate, like the worker, the powerhouse, and the mouthpiece, which I think that's the best for a trio. I mean, you can't go wrong with the original. And yeah, 100%. That's your number two, though.
That's my number two.
And again, people don't remember the territory eras where how hated they were.
I'm gonna throw in my other honorable mention as my number two.
The
Brood.
Another team that was pretty
with Edge and Christian, not with the Hardy Boys.
100%. They were another team that was pretty. They were pretty badass. I ain't gonna lie, but they were short-lived as well. Because I think I saw an interview with Gangrel where they said that they wanted to break them up because they wanted to put them in the faction with the Undertaker. But then he was like, we could have been different. We could have been our own thing. But again, McMahon. It was McMahon that fucked that up.
Also, too, I think Edge was like Edge and Christian. You're like, tag team. You know, like in the ears and shit. You know.
Yeah, but again, it was a cool faction for a bit. Yeah, I remember they were around. I think they were around for like a year and a half or something.
And I think didn't Gangrel go with the Hardy Boys after that, and they did their own fucking Brood.
Yeah, after they turned on him, he fucking got the Hardys, but it just wasn't the same. It was like the Hardys really don't need this dude.
I don't even consider that a Brood, bro. I'm just like, just the Hardy Boys going through some things.
Yeah. All right. The reason I thought of this like question was because honorable mention, and because a lot of people don't consider these guys a trio, but you can't have wrestling without these guys. I'm not saying they're my number one. My number one is, I'm going to go with The Shield. The Shield is the number one, and I know you're saying, like, well, what about the Freebirds? As much as I like the Freebirds, I think The Shield proved to be one of the best trio factions of all time. All credit goes to the Freebirds, but I think The Shield is on top. But the honorable mention that I do want to mention is Piper, Mr. Wonderful, and Bob Orton.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people remember those three guys wreaked havoc in the 80s. in the WWE, and that's why I started thinking about this question. I was like, damn, I totally forget that this trio was like the best bad guys at that era.
Because they didn't have a cool name.
And I don't think they ever won a lot of titles either. And yeah, you're right, they didn't have a name. But if you remember, Mr. Wonderful, Cowboy Bob Orton, and Roddy
They were
Piper,
always on. They was always on the Piper's Pit, bro. They were always
right,
together.
and they were always like together. They were a cool little faction. They didn't win any belts. They didn't win a lot of stuff, but very underrated.
They were in
trio.
some high profile shit though, man.
They were in the first WrestleMania. Mr. Wonderful got pinned, and if you remember, Bullet Bob Orton came from the top and accidentally hit him with that cast.
The
Piper,
loaded cast.
and it was Piper. And like, a lot of people don't think about it, but if it wasn't for those three bad guys, Hogan, Mr. T, and Superfly wouldn't have looked so cool on the other side, you know?
Exactly.
But okay, that's my honorable mention. But my number one, I'm gonna go with the Shield. I'm sorry, the Shield, ultimate three-man group. They came in. I think when they came in, they took out Cena.
For this generation, they were the ultimate trio.
Right. No. But I think ultimately, if you think about it, ultimately,
When you hear my number one, you might disagree.
all right. But the Shield won all those titles.
Dominant.
They came in and when they came out, like it didn't matter if it was 10-on-3. Those three were winning, and you're like, golly.
Yeah, they were just knocking everybody out of the ring. It's like, yo, these
Right.
three dudes are like beating the whole fucking locker room up.
And that's what I'm saying, though. And like the entrance was original. The SWAT team thing was original. Well, not original, but like kind of cool.
Yeah.
The matches. I mean, they were always all their matches were like the highlights of most of those pay-per-views. If you think about it.
For a couple of years, yeah.
Yeah,
For a
like
couple of years,
I gotta give it up to the Shield, number one, man.
Man, my number one, bro. The NWO.
The original
Paul,
trio.
Nash, and Hogan.
You know what?
The first three motherfuckers to just start, like, you thought they were going to rip WCW down.
100%. Didn't think about that. You're right. I didn't think that I honestly forgot. Yeah, you're right. They came out as a trio originally. You're 100% right. But, I mean,
You thought they were going to destroy the wrestling world, dude.
Well, they kind of did. They kind of did destroy it. I ain't gonna lie, especially Hogan. But you're right. Them three, when they first came out, they also changed wrestling, bro.
Bro, there was like once Hogan did the leg drop on Macho Man,
Right.
that changed everything.
It's the new world order. But how long did they last as a trio though? Because they got X-Pac and the Big Show soon after, did they?
I think they were. I think it was a year, dude.
You think it was a year?
At least a year or so.
No.
At least a year or half a year before they started bringing people in.
No, I don't think it was that long.
You don't think so? Let me see.
I think it might have been like 6 months, maybe, because after that, it was like every week, everybody's head was on a swivel to see who else was gonna be a member, and that was part of the weekly evolution, like the weekly thing, like, oh, is somebody gonna join the NWO? But I think when they got the Big Show, they were like, all right, we need to get a powerhouse on our side. Same thing with the Wyatts. I don't know how long they were a trio in the main roster.
I think the Whites were a trio for a year.
Okay, and what about NWO? When was it till the NWO became a bigger faction?
Oh God, it's so sad.
Yeah, we're arguing about this 20 years later?
No, this is so sad of how 7 weeks, dude. 7 weeks.
That's what I'm saying, though. It wasn't that long. But, yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
It felt like a year, dude.
No. I remember that I was like, no. It wasn't that long. Because if they would have kept it like that for a while.
July 7th to August 26th, then they brought in Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, but DiBiase wasn't a wrestler.
He was a manager, though.
Okay.
They brought in a manager.
Okay, but what about the Big Show and X-Pac?
September was when they started bringing in more people.
Okay,
So
September.
from July to September.
All right, that's like
7
about
weeks,
3 months.
dude.
No, but all right, but you're right, because they do sell the trio package of them for Funkos, because they were the original 3 members of NWO.
Yeah.
And not just that, though. They were technically more popular as a trio before they even introduced their 3rd member.
Yeah.
So, like, they were like the first trio that was actually
Like, I don't consider DiBiase like he was just
Nah, I
a
don't either.
manager, mouthpiece.
Right.
He couldn't wrestle no more, dude. He was done.
Yeah. But you're right. They had a big impact in wrestling. It was the original 3, and they had an impact before their 3rd member even joined.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, not a bad pick, not a bad pick, but
I mean, for me, just the NWO, just because like the NWO just was tearing shit up, dude. So I mean, when Hogan, when it was Hogan, Nash, and Hall,
no, that parking lot brawl, bro, where Nash,
when they
Long Darts,
darted,
Mysterio, and they had the bats, and everybody was
dude,
just.
people called the cops on them
know.
for that shit, dude.
You're right, you're right. But again, yeah, you're right. I'll give you that. The impact that those three had. Probably bigger impact than most other trios on that
For
list.
that 7 weeks alone, bro. That 7 weeks alone, they were just tearing
Raising
shit
hell.
up.
Raising hell, yeah. I mean, I'll consider them like the like who was a band that rocked and just died out quick.
Like Fabulous Freebirds were the creators. The NWO was the Godfathers.
But and it's funny that you say that because much like Jimi Hendrix, his career was so short, but how impactful. And funny that Hogan came out of fucking that Jimi Hendrix song.
Yeah.
But again, short but impactful. I'll give you that. Not a bad list. Not a bad list.
My last honorable mention, and I just threw it in there because I thought it was funny. Team Angle.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Team Angle, man.
Yeah, I totally forgot. They were so fucking. And again, it was the perfect combination to battle Brock because Brock seemed unstoppable. Like, especially when he fought Angle, it was hard to believe that. I'm like, how the fuck is Kurt Angle and Brock even like a close fight?
Did they really fight back in the backstage and they were like Angle?
Oh, Angle put his
gave
ass.
It to him,
right?
Yeah.
But to the untrained eye, to the unseen eye, like when you see people like, oh, why is Angle? But when you bring in two muscle heads or two backups, it makes it more.
Well, he basically, was like, let me get two more Brocks.
Yeah.
On my side,
And at the time too, that's when tag team wrestling was at its hottest. When Team Angle, the Guerreros, who else was there? Who else was there at the time? Edge and Mysterio, I think were
New Age Outlaws.
No, that was a little bit after that.
A little bit after Edge.
Yeah, Outlaws were already in TNA by then. It was when freaking Paul Heyman took over SmackDown, and Paul Heyman had a big emphasis on the tag team division, and the tag team division was actually probably the hottest thing on SmackDown. But it was because of the Team Angle was part of them.
No.
So I'm just, and I think, and then even after that, I think when they broke up, it was Angle and Benoit as well.
Angle teamed with Benoit,
and it was the best of tag teams because they hated each other. But they still worked.
Crazy.
Oh, and it was one of the best tag teams as well, like Angle and Benoit. But it was more of a like I hate this guy. I like those tag teams, the ones that don't like each other, but they still are badass.
It sucks though, man. Fucking Benoit. You can't mention hardly anything he's ever done or anything he's done with people.
I do it. Look, man. The reason I do it, and I saw an interview with his kid, where his kid said, like, look, I know my dad. My dad wouldn't have done that. There was something wrong with my dad mentally. And I'd say that because I took care of my mother who had Alzheimer's and dementia. And my mother would attack me and my dad. And if you knew my mom beforehand, everybody would say, oh, your mom's the sweetest lady in the world. So I kind of believe his kid. I'm like, he wasn't.
Look at, what's his name, bro? From fucking, oh, God, what's his name from AWA? Gagne. Vern Gagne, when he went to he had dementia and shit, and he went to the fucking old folks home. They said he was putting people in the fucking clutch and shit, bro, like trying to kill people.
That's what I'm saying. I just watched this movie called Concussion. I don't know if you've seen it with Will Smith.
No.
Oh, it's a really interesting movie about all these dudes that had concussions that were killing themselves and acting very erratic towards the after their NFL careers, and they were doing like
was it Junior Seau?
Well, Junior Seau was one of the ones that shot himself in the heart so they could study his brain. Because he said, there's something wrong with me. And it was the CTE. The CTE is like from concussions, from concussions to the brain. There was this one center for the Pittsburgh Steelers named Mike Webster who pulled his teeth out and then glued them back on, was living in his car, was like stabbing himself in his leg, was acting very erratic, and he ended up...
Fuck?
Oh, dude, you should watch that movie, man.
Pulled his teeth out and was gluing them back in?
Man. And then other players that were trying to tell the NFL, like, dude, there's something wrong with me, and like other players like, man, stop being a bitch, be a man. And
that's what it was back in the 70s. Yo, you a bitch?
Yeah.
But
they didn't know the long-term effects of concussions, and now that they do, that's why the NFL's kind of turned into a flag football league now, and they went away from the powerhouse, power eye type of formations.
Oh yeah, you can't do none of that shit, bro.
Well, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Go back to the Benoit thing. if you look at some of the chair shots that guy took, you can't tell me that guy. And then plus the flying headbutt, dude. Come on.
I think a lot of these wrestlers probably from back then have concussions. They just it didn't hit them as hard as it did Benoit.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying though. The CTE, and that's why when his son came out and he said that, I believed him. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't think your dad would have done that. I honestly believe it in my heart. I'm like, I saw my mom go through that.
Yeah.
And we had to hide the knives in the house because my mom was like, if she had one, she would like get this crazed look in her eyes and want to stab you.
Oh shit.
So that's what I'm saying, though. I honestly believe that kid. I've seen the eyes of dementia personally, and I know like that's not her. That's somebody else.
Yeah, no, my nephew's mother-in-law just passed away from that shit last year.
And did you ever see her have fits of rage?
I didn't, but from what I heard, that they were like, yo, they just didn't even, she didn't know them and they didn't know her, kind of shit, you know.
But see, because the Alzheimer's umbrella goes into different branches. So it's all under Alzheimer's, but there's dementia, there's schizophrenia, there's a bunch of different things that go under that umbrella.
I think they went through the dementia. Like,
but
she was getting everything.
Well, no, that's the Alzheimer's stage. That's the Alzheimer's ultimately. But the dementia is the one that gives you these fits of rage. And they said that Chris Benoit had the brain of a dementia patient in his 80s.
Like, you think about it though, like do they like when they like go into that? Where does their soul go that remembers everybody? Like, it's like, what the fuck happens?
It's a bunch of holes. It's a bunch of holes in your brain that make you forget, man. I think it's sugar related. A lot of people that lack of sleep and I think too much sugar causes that. From what I've heard, there's no real. I mean, it's hereditary. I mean, one of the reasons I drink and I live a reckless life is because I am my mom's twin. If I'm gonna get that, I'd rather die young from cirrhosis of the liver than that, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I do not want to go out that way, man.
I heard sugar's a lot of fucks up with a lot of shit in your body, bro.
And that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I'm trying to like reverse the diabetes effects, man. Because I come from a long line of diabetics, and the Alzheimer's thing is hereditary. So, not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid, but that's why I'm going out my way. I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
You know, whatchamacallit, one of the Wayans brothers, Damon Wayans. Was on the podcast, that Football Players podcast.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, he was on his podcast and he was like he's a diabetic, but he said he asked his brother, the oldest brother. He's like, Keenan. Well, what should I do? And he was like, well, stop everything that fucking creates sugar in your body, and you won't have a sugar fucking problem.
Yeah.
And he stopped bread, he just threw everything out.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they were like, just don't have anything that creates your sugar in your body.
I mean, and I think that's what I'm trying to get at, that we need to retard ourselves and go back to the day of the caveman. This is the Drunken Sailor here, trying to have a nice PSA for the people. We just need to retard ourselves and go back to the day of caveman, where we gotta eat like the caveman did. We gotta drink what the caveman did. We're not supposed to be fucking drinking these. This is iced tea, by the way. No sugar added, just regular tea. I'm not drinking a soda.
Green leaf?
It's a Lipton. It's a Lipton, regular Lipton tea.
Oh, okay.
But again, when I was younger, my brother, when we first moved to Hacienda Heights, we didn't have AM/PM in our neighborhood. You know, AM/PM was AM/PM 7-Eleven. We didn't have that in the hood. When we first moved out here, my brother would go to AM/PM, get himself a big gulp, fill it up with soda, regular soda, drink half of it inside the store, then fill it up again for the walk home. That's about a fucking 2-liter gallon of soda right there, man.
Did your brother have diabetes?
He doesn't have it. He's a big dude. But that's why I was always nervous, because he was always like 300. I think the biggest he ever got, he told me, was like 380. And he was and he was drinking a lot of his calories. He got on a diet recently, and he lost a lot of weight. But we kept on, and again, he didn't know. He didn't know what he was doing. I had another buddy of mine too, who was always the fat kid of our group. And it wasn't until he got older that they told him about the ketogenic diet, which was no carbs, no sugar. And he lost like 89 pounds. And he says, when I was a kid, nobody ever taught me about nutrition. My mom would just give me money, let me go to Jack in the Box, and I bought whatever I wanted. If somebody would have told me when I was like 10 years old, hey, you shouldn't be eating like French fries and burgers and pasta, I would have probably listened, because I didn't want to be the fat kid. But again,
you get addicted back then. You just get addicted to it.
100%. But also, if you have a parent that's just giving you money and telling you eat whatever you want, and not, you know, my mom was not a bad cook. My mom would cook a lot of like chicken, rice, and beans, like a lot of healthy stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just like my brother kept on drinking a lot of his calories.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. After we get off this podcast, I'm gonna go smoke a bowl, and my wife got fucking peanut M&Ms in the fridge, and I'm probably gonna eat those M&Ms.
Oh,
You know, like
do you feel you worked out today? Because I'm not gonna lie, couple nights ago I took an edible and I fucking killed some peanut M&Ms. Ironically, that you mentioned that. Fuck.
yeah.
And I feel like shit.
I did at the last time I had a meal was at 11 o'clock today. I had some rice and sunny side up eggs with an avocado. That's all I had all day. You know, so I mean, and I walked around work, so I don't know. Maybe.
Again, I'm not trying to like be Mr. Anal and tell everybody, but I always tell people I noticed my hangovers are a lot different when I used to drink margaritas. There's this sour mix that they sell at the store. It's like the yellow bottle.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's all chemical. And I noticed after I would drink those, like the next day I would get like this like sticky taste in my mouth, and I'd be like, oh, like a horrible hangover. My head would hurt, and I was like, ugh, I don't feel good. I switched from that to squeezing my own oranges and lemons and doing natural juices. I never got a hangover again. And again, I say that because we gotta retard ourselves. Stop. The chemicals that a lot of these companies are putting in our foods are not good.
No.
So, I know everything in moderation. I always say everything in moderation. I get it. Look,
That's what the
M&Ms.
doctor always says, you know.
Yeah, but I kind of fuck up because I tend to overindulge at times.
It doesn't hurt to do it once. And like I tell everybody, man, yo, look, once in a blue, man. It
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, if you're sitting there fucking knocking back like 3 meals a day like that, you got a problem, dog.
And that's the thing that the FDA made it so that you have to have 3 square meals a day. And a lot of these food companies, we never ate like that back in the days. It was like
Couldn't
breakfast,
afford 3 meals a
maybe,
day back in
right?
the day, dude.
100%. That's why a lot of people but it became a staple. Same thing with like the diamond industry with the whole you need to buy a diamond. It was a marketing tool by De Beers to try to sell more diamonds. Diamond rings wasn't a thing back then.
Every like fucking your 5th anniversary, you gotta upgrade a diamond.
Right.
10th anniversary, you gotta upgrade a diamond.
But that became a thing in like I think it was like the 40s or 50s, where De Beers were they were not selling diamonds, and now it became a thing. Like, oh, if you're gonna propose, you need to buy a diamond.
And
it wasn't
the bigger the better.
Same thing with breakfast. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner weren't a thing back then. But the FDA, like I think in the 70s, there's a story that I read about Kellogg's and a lot of these cereal companies where they wanted to sell more cereal. So they started doing these commercials, part of a balanced breakfast. You're not supposed to have fucking a bowl of Lucky Charms, 2 pieces of toast, and orange juice for breakfast. You know how much sugar that is for a kid that's going to go sit in a classroom?
Dude, I never even realized it. Like, I stopped cereal. I think in like 2021, I stopped eating cereal because it's just too much, dude.
And imagine all the kids that our parents are like, oh, you need your energy, eat your cereal in the morning. I'm like, that's not. I never ate breakfast, bro, as a kid. I always skipped it. I always skipped it.
School, bro. I don't even think I had lunch. I think I ate dinner.
I think I might have just had lunch, if that, or maybe I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sometimes I wouldn't even eat lunch all day at school. I just eat at home.
Yeah.
Like unless they had hamburgers or like a pizza or something, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not eating that crap.
No, we were just. I went to school to hang out, man. I didn't go to school to eat.
Yeah, I know, but like, and then some of the stuff they give you was all pretty carb heavy.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, again, that's why I probably like stayed trim. I never ate at school.
Well, think about it too, bro. When we went to school, bro, high school, bro, dude, we walked everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's
everywhere, dude.
100%.
Probably walking
dude.
like fucking like 10 miles a fucking day, 20 miles a day.
100%, dude. 100%. And not just that though, but also like sports were life when I was a kid. As soon as I got home, I would try to knock my homework as fast as possible. Basketball shorts, t-shirt. I'm going outside and I'm playing. Riding my bike, rollerblading, basketball, football, baseball, whatever. And again, I don't see kids out there playing anything nowadays.
I don't see kids doing shit, dude. I don't see kids in my neighborhood.
And the sad thing is that nowadays people are having to use technology. The reason they invented the Pokemon game that was on your phone?
Oh, good. I know.
It was to get kids to go walking.
Yep.
And I was like, why can't you just go walk on your own? Like, no, It's sad that they had to use technology to trick these kids into going on a walk.
It helped fat people too.
I heard.
It helped a lot of fat people with that.
But
shit,
it's
man.
funny what we're getting at, that you need that in order to get motivated to go walking. I'm not gonna lie, it's 8:30 out here in the West Coast. It's pretty dark. I might go for a 5-mile walk right now.
But I mean, even when I was single, dude, you go for a walk. I'm gonna go look at some chicks, dude. I'm gonna take a walk.
Walking around the
what
mall.
What happened to that?
Walking around the mall, man.
Yeah.
I mean, again, when you're broke, walk. I call it drunk sightseeing. I just enjoy walking, looking at people, making fun of people.
Yeah, dude, I have like a fucking thing where I like looking at faces because I like detail, and I'm like I sit there sometimes and I'm like, who the fuck thought of all the details in the face, this and that? Like it's amazing.
Yeah, but now because of the phones, people don't have to go walk, and they're gonna, I can just see it on my phone. It's not the same. Go out there and talk.
No.
Even a while back, I took my goddaughter to the mall, and we just started making fun of people. We just walked around and like, oh, look at this lady wearing this shirt, and like stupid little things like that. And my goddaughter was like, yeah, this is kind of fun. I'm like, this is what I grew up on, walking around with no money, making fun of people, maybe a pretzel at the mall, and that's it.
Exactly.
But the world we're creating for ourselves. We're our own worst enemy, man.
Man, they're never gonna. You know what, man? That's why I'm glad I'm not gonna be around to see the next generation how they fuck shit up.
You know what? I'm kind of glad too, dude. I'm kind of like,
we lived during the fucking coolest fucking generation ever, bro. We lived in the 90s.
I think we did, yeah. But it kind of makes me sad that these kids aren't gonna get to experience that, man. That I'm like, dude, like, even when phones came out, I would leave my phone in my car because I didn't like people calling me to find out where I was. I was like, no, like, fuck that. I don't want you tracking me.
I don't even like, dude, when I'm at work, bro, I leave my phone in the office, dude. When I walk around the building, I was like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. I'm starting to do that now the more times I go to the bar because everybody at the bar nowadays is on their phone, like again, and I'm like, why don't we just
bar is
talk?
supposed to be where you're not on your phone. You're supposed to be socializing with people.
100%, man, but this world is changing, dude. Even the nightclubs used to be the thing where now everybody's on their phone at a club.
Stay
I'm
home.
out there, I'm
Stay
dancing,
home,
I know. No, don't say, leave your phones at home and go out.
Oh, I mean, they're fucking old.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What is the Shomer Shabbos or the Sabbath?
For what? What are you talking about?
The Jewish people. They
Oh,
say
that's in December, right?
No. Well, on Saturday, there's this thing where I keep hearing that on Jews on Saturday, from sun up to sundown, they don't touch money, they don't turn on electricity.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think that's a good idea to have one day without technology, without TV, without your phone, without air conditioning, without nothing. Just one day without any technology. I think would be good for people.
I mean, that should be a Sunday. Everybody should be relaxing on a Sunday. Take a break.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like all these like.
You're not going to get these kids to do it. You're not going to get these fucking new kids.
Right, but I think this motherfucker has become the most stressful thing in the world nowadays, where people need to find out like what's going on.
People feel lost when they don't have it.
I know.
Like you could see in their face, dude. It's like, yo, what the fuck, dude? It's like, yo, you don't remember when there was no phone?
Right. I think there's a lot of people that are going back to rotary phones and getting rid of their iPhones. Like I think Vince Vaughn doesn't have a iPhone.
I mean, if I wasn't God, dude, if I didn't fucking do podcasting, bro, I would just fucking get rid of my cell phone, bro.
That's what I'm saying, though. We kind of need it now. Even the other day, I was tripping out on how I just put the directions to where I had to be in my car, and I started thinking like, damn, I remember before that you used to have to write detailed notes on a map or on a paper, like make a left on Philadelphia,
but a map quest and shit,
right? Or have those Thomas guides. To be like, all right, we're here. We got to make a left here. And I'm like, kids don't remember that shit. How, like, it used to be to try to find a spot.
They're never going to fucking realize. And you know what, man? I tell you right now, bro, you take away the phones, these kids would fucking be outside crying or some shit.
I think they'd be a lot happier, man. I honestly think they'd be happy. I don't think they realize it yet, but I think they would be happier, bro.
I think people our generation would be happier, bro. Like, oh, I don't have to hear my fucking ball. That's another thing too. I hate it. Like if if work's calling or some shit, it's like, oh, dude, come on, man.
But see,
like,
I think this is what technology was supposed to do. You're in Jersey, I'm in LA, and we're having an honest discussion about, you know, might be some trivial stuff, might be some fun stuff, might be some stuff that, you know, some people might get a kick out of and be like, you know what, these guys are actually right. They're from two different coasts, and they're just having a conversation. I think that's what the technology was supposed to be, not two people arguing like, wow, you're a fascist, you're this. I'm like, ugh.
It was supposed to, to talk to people, meet people, or like to see family you don't see across the way and shit, you know, like.
Right, but a lot of these motherfuckers figured it out. Oh, if I say something shocking, controversial, or something that people don't agree with, I can monetize it, divide people, and they're not bringing people together.
Yeah,
they're separating people, bro.
I guarantee 99.9% of the people on the internet, bro, is monetizing bullshit.
Yeah, but they don't care anymore because they're like, I don't care, I'm making my money, and I'm like, you should care that you're being divisive.
Yeah.
But,
it's a fucked up world, man. Sailor, what do you got coming up, brother?
Man, I got a wonderful show this Thursday in Norwalk, beautiful city of Norwalk. There's a brewery there that my homeboy Sancho Sanchez is, Sancho Sanchez is throwing. I'm on that show, man, and I'm not gonna lie, that brewery has some great beer, some great pizza right outside.
I love brewery beer. I like the the flight.
Oh yeah, dude, you taste a little bit of everything.
Oh, I love
Not
that.
just that though, man. But see, that's one of the things that I kind of like about where we're at today. We didn't have breweries when we were younger. It wasn't a thing. But now breweries are everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, people. I don't understand how people are not drinking more beer. Because going to a bar, popping up a cold one, and just talking to your friends, it's my favorite thing to do in the world. That's why I call myself the Drunken Sailor.
My first time ever going to a brewery, I was in Redlands, California, dude. We went to this fucking like closed down airport, bro, and it was a brewery, and I was like, "Oh, this is crazy."
And again, it's you talk to people, you meet different people from walks of life, like it's fun. So I got that show this Thursday. What is it? The 12, 13, the 13th, August 13th. So I'll put up the flyers. I'm hosting a show at the end of the month.
Buddy, it's August. We're in August 17th, brother.
Oh, what the fuck? So then it's August 23rd.
There we go.
Damn, see, horrible with dates. Don't blame the Drunken Sailor, man. I'm horrible with dates. But, okay. But, I mean, I got that show. I got a roast battle that I'm doing the week after. I'm hosting and I love hosting the roast battles because I love talking shit to people, like with the mic. It's a lot of fun. Again, I get called up last minute. That's why I really don't plan my weeks out because it's a last minute thing in the comedy game out here. They'll call me like on a Friday afternoon. Hey, you free tonight? I'm just doing my thing, trying to have fun, you know, trying to teach the people. But that's what I got up. Flyers will be up. You know, it's pretty much what I got. What you got going on, man?
What I got going on basically is putting together a TV for my mom tomorrow.
Okay.
And they're asking me, "Are you coming over?" And I was, I'm not gonna say yes. I said maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
What do you mean putting a TV together for?
Well, my mom is very stubborn in her old ways, and she doesn't want a new entertainment center. So the TV I have is a little bit too wide. So I got to get one of those things with the legs you put in the middle.
Oh yeah.
So she wants one of those. I'm just like, okay, it would be a lot easier to just buy an entertainment center, but I'm like, okay, you want legs? All
yeah,
right,
but then you have to build that motherfucker too, though.
Yeah, dude, that's why I opened up the box and I looked at it and I was like, God, I thought I just screwed this shit on, bro. It's all this fucking extra shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll see what I do tomorrow.
Yeah,
but no, just doing that, you know, man, going to the comic shop on Wednesday like I normally do. I always go to the comic shop and hang out over there and just talk shit.
I've been trying to wait to go to Frankenstein's, which is like the comic warehouse here that we have in LA.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a Mr. Perfect Funko. I just bought my Yokozuna, and I bought the Dudley Boys Funko Pops. You know what? Unironically, would you consider the Dudleys and Spike a trio?
That's another one I heard today. That's another one I saw today. I forgot to even
forgot about that. Yeah, forgot about it. Honorable mention, the Dudleys.
There we go. Well, the Dudleys were a family. Yeah, if you could throw the Whites in there, you could throw the Dudleys in there, you know?
That would be a really... I always love these made-up flyers for like the Ultimate WrestleMania. That would have been a cool one, the Dudley versus the Wyatt family.
That would have been fucking dope, man. Oh, God. They would have just did it.
Yeah.
They could have. The Dudleys fought the Hardy Boys for their last ever fucking, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they still had one in them. They had one in the chamber, as they would say.
What's up with Raw tonight? I'm about to make myself a sandwich. some chips, maybe watch Raw. I don't know if I'm gonna go for that walk.
I saw one thing. Stephanie Vacour and
Say
Becky
more.
Lynch got beat up.
By what do you mean by who?
Pretty bad. Oh, by Liv Morgan. You know,
Oh, okay,
some
cool.
hot ass Latinas that she hangs out with. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. If Dominic leaves, what's her name for Perez, it's gonna be the ultimate heel move, man.
Bro, Dominic's almost like fucking. They said almost like a year champ or some shit. Like he's like
Triple L,
longest reigning. He's gonna be the longest reigning fucking Triple L
Really?
champ. He's on his way, dude.
I don't know the reigns in AAA. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know the longest reigns.
He's got like 300 something days on that title already, man.
Well, he is fighting at the Triple Mania, right?
He has to.
No, I think he's defending the title against who the fuck was it?
Oh, and did you see Conan, bro? Needs a new kidney, dude.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Damn
we
it.
got the legs cut off, and now he needs a new fucking kidney. It's like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
I'm pretty sure
He's got diabetes too.
I'm pretty sure Mysterio's gonna give it to him. Watch, Mysterio's a good guy, man.
Somebody's gonna fucking want. Mysterio. I don't think Dominic, because he's wrestling. Dominic would give it. Dominic, they said, offered.
Oh, really?
And he said no. The daughter offered, and Conan said no. No.
That's how you know Rey Mysterio's a good dad. That's a good father right there, man. For his kids to offer up to because that's their godfather. I think Dominic's godfather. So
yeah, and he's like, no, you got a long
see
life.
now I love Dominic even more, man.
He's not a dick.
No, I know. I know. But he's not, no. But the fact that he's willing to do that, I'm like, wow, what a great fucking guy.
You know, it's like, fuck, man. Hopefully, man. I hope Conan fucking pulls this through, man. You know,
and I hope he gets with Perez, man. I just think that would be the ultimate heat, and then Liv Morgan will be the ultimate face there too.
Yeah, I think they said he did get a transplant or something, but it's not agreeing with him.
Oh shit, yeah.
So he might need a new one or some shit.
God,
you know.
dang it.
God, man. God bless Conan, bro. Get your shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him something, bro. All right, Sailor Man. Till the next time.
Oh, for sure.
Be back next week.
Great chat, brother. Great chat today, man.
All right, make sure you guys like and subscribe everything to Drunken Sailor, everything the Drunken Sailor podcast, and just come back every Monday, bro. We'll be here, bro, chit chatting and fliz lapping.
All right. I might. Oh.
There we go. Looks like you got that. Looks like a booty call smile.
No. At my bar, this bartender had this megaphone, like a little megaphone.
Oh, that's cool.
But she had it custom made. But I was like, where the fuck is mine? And it's like, Luigi says, "Shut the fuck up." So I kind of like, I honestly said, shut the fuck up and give me a beer. But I don't know if they wrote that on there. But I'm kind of happy I got my megaphone now for my bar.
There we go. The mouth of the West.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
All right, fools. We'll check you out next week. Later, guys.
Everybody have a good time out there. Be safe.
In the B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcal.